That's sad.
I know Basketball Reference has Hall of Fame tracker. All right.
What is your criteria for Hall of Fame?
Oh.
All right.
Multiple time. You gotta be at least a 4 and 5 time All Star, right? At least a 1-time All NBA, right? You don't have to win a championship because those are hard, right? But at least that. So
But
I guess Blake Griffin is by that metric, right? Is a Hall of Famer.
hold on, but if you're the third best two guard, that's Hall of Fame like, but you're not making it all NBA because you're behind.
You're third team. You're third team All NBA.
Okay, if you're the fourth best in your era, you're probably not gonna have too many All NBA teams.
Put a name. Put a name.
Latrell Sprewell. He
Not a
was.
Hall of Famer.
Trying to
Not a Hall
think.
of Famer.
I don't know anybody.
He averaged
Um,
18, 4, and
that's
4
18. That's a lot of points.
on 42 and 5. And he was a small forward shooting guard.
Yeah,
Not a Hall of Famer.
and he choked coaches. He should be in the Hall of Fame just for choking coaches.
Well, that's a different. Yes. Actually, he was all 4-time All NBA, All Star, 1-time All NBA, 1-time All Defensive Team.
Oh, Icon, your little noggin is cold.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Shake was making fun of me. And you are turned to the right. Actually, to the
Who?
left.
Me?
Hero.
Oh.
Oh, and then you're back normal. Okay, I see what you're doing. All good.
I was looking that way.
Yeah, Shake was making fun of me.
He's not a Hall of Famer. Latrell Sprewell was not in the Hall of Fame.
I think
He's
he
not gonna
should
make
be.
it. Oof. I mean, he will never make the Hall of Fame. You're
But
not
he
gonna make the
definitely
Hall of
won't.
Fame. You don't choke coaches and make the Hall of Fame, buddy. It's like that's not how this works.
But shouldn't he? Nah,
Didn't he also DDT a guy?
I don't believe that one. I don't know about that one. He could have. I don't know. Damn, I really can't name any two guards right now. I just really don't watch them.
That aren't already in the Hall of Fame. That aren't in the Hall of
No,
Fame.
I can't name any two guards other than
Allen Iverson.
no, this current era. I can't name any two guards.
Latrell Sprewell wasn't from that era.
No, I'm saying
Bradley
today's
Beal.
era. I can't.
Bradley Beal. Devin Booker.
Find a two guard.
Devin Booker.
See?
Bradley Beal.
And I don't know the game enough right now.
Jesus. And y'all act like y'all know you want to have a sports podcast.
Dude, I used to be well versed in that universe.
You used to be able to walk too.
Oh, you can go to hell.
I'm already here.
I like you.
I like the barrel twists. You know,
It's good.
the style. You did barrel twist, right?
Oh, appreciate it. Going on.
Not much.
So,
where'd you get the mic? This is pretty vintage too. It looks nice, Shake.
My boy gave it to me, who watches the show.
Yeah, excellent.
he's like, I want to hear you when you get your ass kicked.
Here, I have a question. Have you been to Swift and Sons?
Rings a
In
bell,
Chicago?
but yeah,
Restaurant.
it's the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good? Like generally.
Enough that I have a pleasant idea. I went there as a group with a group.
Okay.
So
Like,
yeah, I remember it being decent.
all right, so I'm taking a girl there.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that'll be fine. It's a nice setup. There's a lot of
Also,
shit to do
I'm gonna
already.
be in Chicago if you want to grab dinner.
Yeah, but when is that?
Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be in Chicago.
Motherfucker, what do you think I'm gonna be doing?
You know.
No, I'm not. No. I'm talking about like that following weekend. I'm
And
not gonna be
double
taking.
date?
No. I'm not taking you to dinner on Valentine's Day. I don't want to see you. The last place
Double
face I ever
date?
want to see is your face on Valentine's
You
Day. If I'm
you
seeing
really
any of
want
your
to
faces on Valentine's Day, that's a problem.
you want me to come there and rizz your girl up? What do you want from me? Leave me alone.
Right? Um,
The week after,
no,
so the
that
week after
weekend.
I'm gonna be in DC. But like, it just depends on the timing.
Yeah, so that weekend, that Friday or Saturday, if you want to get dinner.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
yeah.
up, Robotech?
What up, Robotech? How's
We'll
everybody?
make
I'm
arrangements.
good. So yeah, I'll hit you up closer to that time when I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
If it's not shipwrecks cold, because then
What you mean
your
if
boy
if
might be just I
if
might
all
be
those
staying
Teslas
inside.
ain't blocking the freeways, all those frozen Teslas?
We don't talk about that in the industry that I'm in.
We don't have that problem. Anything that gets frozen on 94, we send down to 95th. We make quick work of you.
Damn.
All your car stock, go see your boy. We're gonna tow your car to 95th. Go talk to the guy named Tony and give him this paper.
Dino says, new mic shake? Sounding good, man.
It's just
Or
an
is it
illusion.
an
It's a fake
illusion?
mic.
It's a
No, it
prop
is
mic.
You still gotta have the
The
prop
my
mic.
my thing
I should
is
when I'm
my
home
thing is
when I'm not at road game. I should pull in the prop mic.
the prop mic. The prop mic really didn't get the respect it deserved. I mean,
No, it didn't. It didn't. 'Cause I didn't use it properly. I didn't use the prop mic properly. Right, but now people can hear me properly. You know, my audio should be better. You know, maybe
Prop mics
eventually
shit.
rule.
I get better video quality. But
Oh man, not Shake trying to take off.
You
no,
know?
Man,
I'm just talking about.
it's
I'm
like when
crowdsourcing.
the Temptations, what's his name, got a little too big for his britches.
Ain't no one here to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Icon.
Yeah, I'm crowdsourcing for a new camera since the chat wants to apparently see me better. So
They didn't.
I can
It's
send
like
y'all my address. Just PM me
This
if you need my address.
Wow.
What? What's the problem?
No problem at all. Just
No.
wow.
I'm like,
Get the
didn't you
people what they
stream with
want,
what
Shake.
your huh?
Get the people what they want, Shake.
Yeah, they want me to have better video quality. So in order for me to provide them with what they want, that's all I ask. I'm not
Gotta get the
asking for
people
money.
what
I'm
they
not
want. Let's go.
soliciting money. I'm just
What's up,
soliciting
Robotech?
what they want.
Got to get the people, huh?
I know somebody when they were streaming on a different platform was getting whole video games from people to play, right? So
I was getting video game systems too. It was kind of nice.
see, I didn't say,
I was
boy,
getting
that's
my
the sweat
mortgage
sitting.
paid. Why I gave that
Therapy
up,
with
I do
Gina
not
Smith.
know.
Well, because you got mad because Mixer did therapy because Mixer did you dirty. That's why you got mad.
Yeah, they did.
And look
But
at that,
what's
Mixer
up,
went down
Dyson?
anyway. Mixer went down anyway, and he was like, "I'm not rebuilding this on Twitch." And here you are, like 7 years later, trying to rebuild it up on Twitch.
Let the good times roll.
So
Oh,
hurtful. So hurtful.
that is great. My man quit streaming at probably right before the peak of streaming hits. Now he decides, you know what's the best time to get into streaming? On its downcline, right? When there's more actual competition of platforms to stream on. People are watching less hours on streaming platforms like Twitch than they ever were before. This is the time I kind of said, let's get the boys together. Let's get a show together. We're going to do this for
Let's get the
time.
boys together. Together. Right
Right
now.
now. Uh, no, it's not because I told him. He told me wanted to do it.
So I
Whoever
did get
had another
approached by a
platform, he was a pimp.
sponsor. I did get
Wait,
approached
wait,
by a
Dyson, what?
sponsor.
Um, he was a
Oh,
pimp.
what's up, Dyson?
You told him to be a pimp? Wait, what? That sounds like one of them TikTok NPCs he was controlling.
Icon, have you been approached by this code crafters people?
Did he
We
say
can't
something?
hear you.
No, I don't think I'm approachable enough.
That's true.
Okay, besides
I'm
the
a pimp
insult,
named
Shake just
Slickback.
threw it your way. I'm just curious, why do you think that? Why do you
Oh,
think a dude with locks is more approachable than you are?
your visibility is so much higher than mine. You're way more consistent than I am.
I yield back.
Hmm.
Told him to be a pimp named Icon. Oh, a pimp like Icon. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
A pimp
okay.
named
I thought you was talking
Icon.
like an actual. I'm like, I know Kick be allowing everything, but damn, they allowing pimps on the platform? Okay.
I mean, they allow naked women.
No, they don't. Close. It was actually Twitch that allowed naked women,
Oh, my bad, my
and it
bad,
changed.
my bad, my bad.
Wrong
Twitch,
platform.
Twitch doesn't let naked women.
For several hours, there was naked. Sorry, they allowed for about 36 hours naked AI women.
Oh, I don't see anything wrong with AI.
Yeah, there's no AI. As long as it's not like someone who hasn't consented to their likeness being used.
I mean,
But like
I'm pretty sure most of it was like 3D anime AI of like, basically it was hentai, full frontal and everything.
yeah, but like in their new instructions, they've allowed people to like you don't have to put underwear and bras on their characters or remove nipples from like art creation type stuff.
If you're actually just creating it, you can't just have the people just VTube avatar in this, right?
Oh, their V2 avatar in
Yeah,
this.
so they were just sitting there and it would just be a life size
How
naked.
would the jiggle fig? How would the
Yeah,
jiggle
exactly. The
physics on
jiggle
that?
physics was working.
Yeah,
The
For
jiggle
36
yeah.
hours,
physics.
it was
Let's
working. You
go.
know what I mean?
Jiggle physics.
Was working. They was some voluptuous creatures, right? Like,
People are animals, especially in the art category. It's so hard for me to like whenever I draw. When it's time for me to rate, I'm like, I can't rate any of these animals in the art. All I see are
so
ass and titties. Like it's just
at some point, it's gonna go that direction. Right now, it's not, but in about 20 minutes, and it's NSFW, and it's NSFW.
yeah.
Nah, like that chick Taylor, who she was pushing the boundaries for years on Twitch, who did the body painting
Yeah.
The body
for
painting.
about 2 years. She was pushing. She was basically the one who cracked the code. I'm like, yo, who is
Yeah,
this person with
Well,
paint
she's
and in the
technically
art?
not naked.
she's
Icon,
not.
icon,
Really?
icon. You're right. Technically,
I,
you're right. But if her only thing is yes,
Said her
she
only
doesn't paint
thing.
people's name. She doesn't paint people's name. She paints flowers on her pasties, right?
she
And
fa-
talks to
no,
right. Yes,
she's into the
she's
art
an
of
artist.
inception. She paints
She's an
melons
artist.
on top of her melons. That's
She's an
art
artist. You're
inception.
right. She is Picasso. She is Van
Hey,
Gogh.
she
You
is
just
using
don't
her
know.
talents to the best of her ability. And look, we're talking about her. So, with that being said, hello, everybody. I am Icon. This is Icon Talks. And we have the
I'm
great
with
hero. Please introduce yourself.
It's good, everybody. Valentine's Day is upon us, and I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. Hey, why don't you get something nice for your friends? Go on down and visit my merch shop. If you love a coder in your life, there's some merch in there that'll signify that in the most romantic way. Check me out.
Yeah. Shake, please introduce yourself.
the great 21 Savage said, "Money turned me into an asshole." Negro, I was used to being poor, and that resonates with me because it is so true. I That's why God was not gonna make me filthy stinking rich. Oh,
Get this man a mic and he thinks he's a rapper. Got a booth and everything now. Oh my
I'm ready to
God.
go. Wait till I get a good camera and stuff like that. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over
Yeah,
for you. I've
I
been
think
playing handicap.
I think Shake thought he's about to do a mic drop and everything.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, it was donated. No."
I feel like I'm not gonna buy another one. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, guys. As usual, if Hero says something you agree with, please type exclamation V2 into the chat. If Shake says something you agree with, please type exclamation V3 into the chat. And if you feel so inclined to do, please check out our sponsors, MotorCityPopcorn.com and JustifyDie.com. And with that being said, we are going to hop into our icebreaker. Hero, what is your favorite clothing to see women wear?
Favorite clothing to see women wear has to be a sundress. There's nothing more impressive and more just accepting in a hot summer day and a woman just in her full stride with the sundress. And let it be the sun right behind it so you can see the elegant silhouette. It leaves so much to the imagination, but leaves so much to be appreciated at the same time. It's both elegant, flattering, and classy at the same time. Can't go wrong.
so, sir, I see your sundress, and the sundress is great, right? But there's one flaw with the sundress, right? Not every girl has the rear to truly pull off the sundress. And I see your sundress and I raise you the maxi dress, right? It doesn't matter what if she has a rear or not, because it's form fitting in general, right? So, sir, if you right, so if she has an ass, the maxi dress just accentuates what's already there. If she doesn't, it gives her a little bit. You see the little cakes, and you're like, okay, you see what's there. You can see what you can work with, right? But if it's already there, it puts it on display for you. You're like, this is some grade A beef. You know what I mean?
Some,
So that's why
some
the
people,
maxi dress, the form-fitting maxi dress, is superior to the sundress. It is.
some people want to look at art, and then some people want to buy their art. I just like to be able to appreciate something from a distance. Leave something to the imagination. Allow me to think about what it is and what it couldn't be, what it could have been, what it should have been, what it is. Imagination does wonders for the world.
What's the point of buying an art piece and keeping it in a museum for others, right? If I'm gonna buy some expensive art, it's going inside my house, right?
You
I'm
hear
gonna
that,
look at
lady?
it.
Shake is gonna lock you up and next to the stove.
You be taking
You're
care.
not gonna be allowed to
Don't say it
leave.
that way.
You hear that?
Don't say it that way. See
There's
that?
nothing.
See, you tainted the jury. He's tainted the jury by saying things like that, right? Like,
For me, I'm with Hero. Is the sundress, like the way it
Mm,
drapes. Like I ever since I was younger, it was like sundress, the way it drapes. And then
yeah,
when women wear form fitting khakis,
this man likes a woman in uniform. He got a little
because
yo, this
uniform
man be
shape.
in
it
Target. This man
drapes
in
off the
Target be
ass.
bricked up.
You
This man be at Target
Oh my
checked
love
out.
god!
it. Oh
He be
boy,
at Best
he's like,
Buy,
baby,
like,
he's
And
like,
this
baby, can I go to Target?
and for all y'all in the chat that says, "Hey, Icon, why don't you talk more?" This is why. This right. This is why.
yeah,
Hey,
Best
we do a
Buy
little
trying
freak
to.
ball. It's cool.
Mhm.
You know what I'll say? Actually, I take that back. The best thing to see a woman in matching panties, because if you see that, if you know what that means you as long as you don't mess it up, you're gonna get some. It's a sign, right? And I've spoken to many women in my life, and they say if you see her wearing, if you go to her crib or she comes over, no matter what she's wearing, but if she put on a matching set of underwear, there is an 80% chance she is going to sleep with you. You just can't fuck it up.
I'm sorry.
Telling
What
you. So
percentage is
that
that?
like 80%. She's already decided she would. There's a very good chance she was going to sleep with you, right? It's
Yeah,
now up to
I
you
don't,
to
I
not
don't,
fuck it
I,
up.
yeah, I don't like those odds because if you coming in my house, you better not have no panties on. You feel what I'm saying? I want a
Oh,
100% guarantee.
I
And
mean,
with that
luckily
being
if that works
said,
for you every single time. But sometimes, sometimes you got to deal with a more mature woman, my friend, and you're like she not gonna do that. She not. It's cold.
Your
She ain't gonna
Honor, I
walk
like
in
to
there just
strike
letting the
that
breeze
from
up
the
in
record. What
there.
is he implying?
Like
Your Honor, I want you to strike that from the record. What is
no,
he
no, no. I'll
yeah.
say
implying?
it. Say it when I say this woman. When she was in her 40s. You know what I mean? She was a matured, vintage. You know what I mean? Like King Louis the 13th, if you know what that is. It's a
All right.
fine
We are going to move to our
cognac.
next topic because this is just going in all types of weird directions. So, a penny saved. A man spent $12,000 on a NFT because Floyd Mayweather endorsed it. And he thought to himself, if Floyd Mayweather is endorsing this, then it's going to go up in value because that's what NFTs do. It is now worthless. So, my question to you is especially to you, Hero, because you've been around this a lot. Why why does the average person view the ideals of athletes and celebrities so highly to the point where you go out and throw away $12,000 because Floyd Mayweather endorsed it?
It's because of the proximity, the closeness of proximity. It's the parasocial relationships people have made with the internet. People honestly believe that people they see and meet and talk to or see on the internet are their friends. And more closely put it too, celebrities are more friends. I remember when I made a Dodge Charger commercial for the Giants, their increase in those cars being bought in New York went up 13%, and in exchange, I got a car for free. The fact of the matter is, owning a vehicle in New York is probably one of the worst things you could probably own. It's just ridiculous, but people will go against their own values if someone they equate to being better than them tells them to do so. NFTs were largely unknown and largely unpublicized. The thing that's very interesting about this is Mayweather didn't even own any of these coins. He was paid at the beginning to do any of this. And that's why on that long list of people who are getting sued, I'm not sure if he's one of them, but he isn't one of them, I don't believe, because he got paid outright and not from the money that was made off of scamming these people, basically. When people don't understand something, they rely on people who are not educated on it to answer the question. If you had talked to any economic person or anyone who deals in banking or anything to do with FTC notices and stuff like that, they would easily told you this is one of the worst investments to get into.
Um, so you are playing a little Monday morning quarterback, and we can now say that after the $2.8 billion industry that was the NFTs has cratered, right? It was valued at like a $2.8 billion industry worldwide, and it's now, I think the average depreciation is like 85 to like 95% across the board. So yes, it has cratered the NFT market. 100%, 100%. It was more of the idea of this was the average person's way of getting quote unquote modern day fine art. They wanted the idea of like how do rich people able to gamble like launder their money, right? I understood the idea of NFT tokens, right? Like as someone who, and I will admit this, I nearly bought. When Obi Toppin of the New York Knicks nearly won the slam dunk token, I nearly bought an Obi Toppin NFT card, right? It was only like $70. Nearly bought one. Now it's not worth a damn thing. It's worth like 38 cents. But it's more the idea of, hey, I could potentially buy this and sell it later. Like people are always going to do it. Beanie Babies at one point was the thing. Tamagotchis at one point was it. There's always
Hmm.
going to be
I, I,
something
I,
new. This was just the first true internet thing that people thought I could make that was solely on
mm,
the internet and sell and make
I
a
gotta
quick
push
buck.
back. I gotta push back on that for two reasons. One, that 2 billion figure, while impressive, it was only being circulated amongst 10,000 different people. So 10,000 heavyweights were circulating $2 billion. If you told me that was the volume ratio of ownership to stock price and value, I'd tell you that this stock isn't going to last long. So if you put the same number across with any other category, it doesn't work out. In addition, they're talking about the new modern way of buying art. What was wrong with the old-fashioned way of buying art? Art is an aesthetic that is based on inherited riches. The artwork piece behind me that you see in my photo, I took from my grandmother's house. I put a $500 frame on it, and when they posted this picture up on their Facebook page saying, "Look at this beautiful artwork completed," there were people who were willing to pay me upwards of $10,000. That is a vintage price that I can put down on. We just have to collaborate with each other. You can go buy art. You don't have to find new ways of creating art. You can just go buy the art. It's out there.
And that was the idea of people being able to buy into it now. And you were told by rich people, right? I get the idea of why
Yeah.
he did it.
But why do
Like,
we trust these people?
oh,
Yeah.
For
Why
my
do you
thing
instance,
trust
is,
somebody?
you thought
What's
trusting
the number
Floyd
one rule?
Mayweather was the way to go about it. Like, if anything, what besides boxing, why would you trust Floyd Mayweather in
Trust. Yeah.
anything?
Why would you trust Floyd
Right?
Mayweather with
He
a
made
financial
one
decision?
great financial decision, was buying himself out of a contract, because it made such financial sense to say, wait, I can now make more money by just paying less than $1 million, knowing he's already made way more than $1 million by this point. Like, he would
Mhm.
have to be stupid to buy back into that contract. But
The greatest financial. Yeah. The greatest
he's
financial.
not made a single sound financial decision. But continue, sorry.
No, go. I was go off, King. Like my whole mindset is we just have to collectively, as a group of people, like there's no shortcut to this nonsense. I mean, go because I have a. There's a proven strategy today. You could do it right now with 20, with whatever amount of money you have. Go buy a dividend stock. Give it 1 year. You'll have 100% of what you put in back out if you just start with it. So like it's baffling to me that people don't want to go about there's hundreds of ways to make money. But if you think that you're going to figure out a way to make more money than the average person and you've done nothing spectacular, you're fooling yourself.
But that's the
You're
thing. People
basic.
want to be better more than average. And
People
yeah,
want to be special, but you could be boring and I'm boring as shit.
yeah, most
and
people
I'm
have
fine.
very boring
yeah,
lives and they're not special and they're going to
and they
die
don't
that
want that.
way. So, thinking of dying that way, our next topic, music to die to. What song will be played at your funeral? Shake?
You Can't Smoke With Us by, it's called Hollow Sesh by Xavier Wolf. And the hook goes, "You can't smoke with us. You can't smoke with us. This a hollow sesh." I want to play it eerily for my funeral. It's for my friends. They would know. They would know what they want out of my funeral. They know, right? They know exactly why I do it. It'll be as creepy as anything to my family. They would understand. My friends would be busting out laughing, right? It would remind them of a time when we were dead broke, like, and we were garbage pail kids, right? And we found this artist at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So this would be for them. One last troll in the afterlife.
Indeed.
Like,
Hero, what song will be played at your funeral?
Oh man, this is so weird. Because there's a part of me that's like, will my Nigerian family understand this closing theme song playing while I'm dying? But it resonates with me so well. It would have to be season 5 Inuyasha's ending. If you've ever watched Adult Swim or Toonami and were awoken by the sounds of this song playing at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it made you wonder what the hell is going on, it's a great song about the closing of a chapter. It was always the thing that put me to sleep at night. I don't know. It would just resonate with me. If I was being a complete douchebag, I would probably have Cisco and DMX's "What These Chicks Really Want From Me" and just invite every ex I ever had. See how long it takes.
A savage.
or Ludacris, "When I Move, You Move," and I just want
Really?
stand up, just
Really?
blasted right, like blasted, right? And I want someone to program me in the casket, just pop up, and I want to scare the absolute
That would
dog
be
shit
great.
out of everybody.
That would be great.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
That would be great.
what is the worst song to play at a funeral?
Oh, the thong song?
Nah, you could. Yeah,
I mean,
you could definitely like. I feel like the thong song is as good as the "Back That Ass Up." It's the greatest, one of the second best love song known to man. Man, that's a great question.
No, but at a funeral, that's terrible, right? Because like,
Ah, it's a celebration.
I mean, if you let's say if you was a stripper, it would make sense. Like, you died as what you did.
Especially if your funeral is like one of those funerals where they pose you up doing the thing you love the most. So imagine me.
If you was
I
to
think you'll
someone
be
over to
me
the
at my.
strip
They
club
bring up my
and like
podcast
pose me with
setup.
the ones,
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, clap it up, and everybody just cheering and the dynamites and the pyrotechnics. I think like, hmm.
what would be the worst
I think
song? Thinking
the
about it.
best song would probably the worst song would probably be like.
Sandstorm, like hard techno.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like I want
Uh,
like flashing lights. I want like my grandmother having like a seizure,
yeah,
epileptic seizure. Right.
yeah.
I think that's be the worst thing. Like random DJ smokes coming out, like dubstep, Skrillex. Right, because like my family's West Indian, so they would have no idea what is going on there. Right, I would actually, I want Skrillex to play at my funeral. Right, I want my family to be completely jarred. What's going to happen at my funeral if I die? Let me start putting some money aside for that to happen.
Wow. So you're going to pay for your own funeral. That's what's up.
Don't you pay for your own
Don't
funeral?
put that burden on your family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Isn't that what
Honestly,
insurance is for? I just thought that's what your insurance was
Kids,
for.
look out.
life insurance.
Yeah,
Life
don't you?
insurance.
Yeah. That's just
Well, I
how I
think,
was.
see, with my luck, if I took a life insurance policy out on me, the insurance company like, you know what, we're not paying out. You know, something seemed fishy about this, right?
Too much weed,
just
huh?
whatever it is. Yeah, it's whatever it is. He was in his house and got hit by a car. Fishy. You know what I mean? He was doing
No,
something.
truck boom. Boosh.
Like
No,
a
truck
shark. He's in the middle of Manhattan, and a shark jumped on 53rd and took his head out on the 35th floor.
All right. Moving on to giving a damn when it's not your turn to give a damn. A Burger King worker worked at Burger King for 37 years. And on that 37th year, the company decided to give him a gift. And that gift was a gift bag that contained a Starbucks cup, a single movie ticket, and a bag of Reese's Pieces. This is what this man got for 37 years of service.
Okay. Greatness. Hey, clap it up. Congratulations.
Wow, disrespectful.
my guy, you have way bigger things to worry about. You don't have a union, health care, nor do you make enough money to be off of the teat of the American economy. You got exactly what you signed up for. I am kind of disappointed that they didn't decide to use this as a total tax write-off and give everyone a pizza party for your accomplishment. Like, you can't put a bow on shit and think it's gonna be called pretty shit. No, bro, you worked there for 37 years. That's all you gonna get.
Okay, so he was not upset with what he received. He decided to post a video on social media saying, hey, this is what they gave me. Everyone else was upset with what they gave him. So they started a GoFundMe in which he made enough money to buy a house. He got 450,000 in donations from
Others.
A crowdfunding source, and
So the company,
5,000
Burger
that
King,
came from comedian David Spade.
So Burger King still only gave him a stuff that was in the manager's office, random
Yes.
shit that was left in the manager's
Yeah.
office from who knows how long. So my take on this, like that man had to be slow, right? Because first of all, right, 37 years at Burger King.
Oh
my guy, 37 years, and because 37 years at Burger King, and he was not management, right? That means they threw you a party. That means, and they gave you this up. So that's what I'm saying. Like he wasn't management level, so he was there for 37 years. Or why are you surprised? They don't. His managers probably don't even know him. They may not even be 37. His managers, right? So, and like, no wonder he was happy to just get this stuff. Because probably at his 30-year mark, he didn't get nothing. At 25, he didn't get nothing. At 20, if you're working fast food for like, unless you're doing it through school, right? for more than 5 years, something is wrong with you mentally, right? You have to be on the spectrum. Objectively, you have to be
Wow.
because
That's a you were doing so well, and I
no, hear
just
me out.
can't
Hear
under.
me out. Hear me
Oh
out.
my
Hear
god!
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Why I say this? Because no self-respecting person would be able to take that. And you don't raise up to management, you're still just a worker, right? I understand if this is your path and you say, okay, this is the only job in town I can get to assistant manager, to general manager, right? And this is your only pathing, right? I'm assuming this wasn't this man's only pathing unless he was slow, right? And then guess what? It is his only pathing. I'm not wrong here. I'm right. I'm very
Right.
right. Y'all just don't want to feel like I'm very
No,
right here.
because
He is slow.
once again,
He's
because
slow.
you're punching down. It's
I'm not
not
punching it.
his fault. You are punching down, whether you know it or not. You are punching down because you're blaming his
No,
inability or
no.
his perceived inability to be something that is not. All I'm saying is he got a job. He's getting paid for his job. He's accepted payment for his job.
I'm not
You are
blaming him.
implying.
I'm not
Okay,
blaming
I'll
him
let you say it.
for I'm not blaming him for working there for 37 years. That's his choice to work there for 37 years. What I'm saying is
Mhm.
no one in their right mind, right, would work at Burger King for
That's the
37
punch.
years.
That's the jab.
You know.
That's the jab right there.
What?
You set his
Right?
ass up.
No. And don't.
Okay.
It has
Right.
nothing to do with
So
education level, right? Because even if you're uneducated, you could rise to the ranks as a warehouse worker, right? You could rise to the rank. In this story, this person is still basically just a
flipping
cashier,
burgers. Yes.
still basically just a burger flipper. So for 37 years, this person has never ever made assistant manager, right? So that means they would have to be, guess what? Unfortunately, slower than
Some
this
people
person.
are happy where they are. What I find very
Ain't nobody
disrespectful about this,
don't bring that up. Ain't nobody happy flipping burgers for 37 years. Nobody.
you can't tell this man. Okay, so
Nobody.
again, what I find disrespectful is, let's look at what was in this bag. A Starbucks cup, as you said, was probably in the manager's office.
You left there
A bag of Reese's Pieces,
in the from the corner from the cupboard.
and hold on, one movie ticket. They're like, F you, you can't even take a date. Like, they're like, you got to go by yourself. Like, that is so disrespectful.
Also, where did they get the printout of this movie ticket? Because when was the last time you ever held a movie ticket?
Mm-hmm. That was someone's in their
The,
pocket. This was
the
all
problem
extra
I
stuff
have
they
It
had.
was
here,
probably the
the problem
Fandango
I,
screen, the
the
screener
problem I have
movies.
here with this is um because we as a society have decided to pull ourselves together and take care of each other. It makes me wonder, why do we need, or why should we even be reaching out to other forms of, like, if we can't get the people in corporations or our government to conform to do what they were elected to do, it begs the question, why haven't we taken on this social economic structuring on our own? More and more I see more examples that community living versus societal living panning out to be better off, and this guy's an example of that.
All right,
I
let's
mean,
move on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
he lucks into the people giving him money. So again, like Burger King gets off the hook of
Mm.
being a terrible corporation, right? The franchise owner, right, gets off the hook with being just terrible. To someone who's probably worked at that specific building under several franchisees,
Mm-hmm.
right, for 37 years. And again, I will say this, it sounds like there's nothing wrong with somebody work with that man specifically working as Burger King for 37. There's something wrong with never wanting unless you physically can't, right? You can't
Eric P.
want
T
anymore.
said it better. Said what you said, but better. Thank her.
All right, so we're going to move on
Thank you.
to giving a damn when it's not your turn to give a damn. A doctor was out to lunch with his girlfriend and a male friend of hers. She went to wash her hands, and while she was away, the two men were talking. They noticed that someone was choking. So the doctor just sat there. The friend was like, "You're not going to go save his life?" He said, "No." So the friend goes over. The friend goes over, performs a Heimlich maneuver, and saves his life. Everyone's applauding him. The restaurant pays for his meal. And the girlfriend comes back and they're like, yeah, he saved his life. And of course, she thinks it's the doctor. And they're like, no, it was the other guy. And everyone's saying, but he's a doctor. Why didn't he do anything? And he said, because I'm not about to get sued. Which didn't really make sense to me until a couple weeks later when the friend who saved the man's life got sued. Hero, please take this first.
There's things. It's called our Hippocratic Oath. Our Hippocratic Oath. Rule number one is first do no harm. You have to understand innately everything that is going on before you can do harm. So basically, if I want to save someone's life, but the building's on fire, I theoretically can't save his life if I can't guarantee the safety of myself. If this person was choking on accident or on purpose to get a free meal, and in the process of me saving him, he put himself into danger, or he was never choking in the first place, and now I've broken his rib. Anyone who's ever performed CPR innately understands you must break someone's ribs in order to perform appropriate CPR. And as a person who can crack a human skull with his bare hands, I innately understand what 200 pounds of pressure feels like across someone's sternum. So with all these things being said, with everything being done, you could have easily instructed. You want to know who's absolutely trained in CPR and life saving and basic life support? The cook, the manager, the chef, the hostess. All those people are required to have those licensures, and that's why you see the AED machines for allergic reactions or anyone who has a cardiac event. It's the establishment's responsibility to maintain their patrons. I am responsible for taking care of people who I have signed legal onus to. That means I come in, I sign your body, implying that I take ownership of your health and well-being. This is something you see too often nowadays, and something I have to remind my young bucks not to do. Every time they go out there, hey, I leave my fucking cape at the hospital when I go home. My name isn't superhero; it's just hero.
The first time I realized this is I was watching Tacoma PD, which is this firefighter comedy show. And they explain in the show that firefighters can't, like this woman who was pregnant, like big pregnant, she had a kid, and she was trying to get her, trying to get the car seat, couldn't get the car seat, and they explain like medical services they can't even put a car seat in a child, in a kid, because if something goes wrong and you're the last person to have touched it, you're liable. That's why technically you're not supposed to pass down car seats to somebody else. Car seats, I've come to learn that car seats also have expiration dates because something goes wrong, you're liable, right? So don't believe everything you see on TV when you see someone choke or someone dying on a plane. Where you say, "Is there a doctor in the house?" And some idiot, "Here, it's me," and they hop up and save the day. Yeah, yes, it can happen, and sometimes you don't get sued, right? But you, like Hero said, you run the risk of getting sued by stepping in and playing hero, right? When you should have actually been a hero who could handle that situation. It's not your job. There are
So let
people whose
me.
job that is. Like, that's called the ambulance. That's literally their job.
I mean, you're choking. The ambulance ain't coming that fast.
I'm sorry.
No, but even in extreme circumstances, like people are like, well, you could just tell the person I'm a healthcare provider, but don't sue me. Like you can't.
No.
That's called coercing someone to submit under duress. But like, I distinctly remember like someone had a peanut allergy on an airplane, and the person was having anaphylactic shock, and his throat was swelling up, and I was just looking at the ass like, who is there a doctor on plane? The flight attendants are all trained on what to do with this. Go get his ass some ginger ale in the back and throw some damn icy hot on his damn throat and just chill the fuck out. Because I'm not about to put in a 2 millimeter incision in the trachea to help him breathe. I'm sorry. There's just way too much. I'm not going to blow into a straw, pause, and then put that shit in his neck and help his ass breathe.
All right. So to sum this up,
This is not a TV show.
If you are out to dinner with anyone on this podcast and you start choking, you're dead. You're dead, bro.
No, you better, hey, give me consent in advance. You could give someone consent in advance.
The
Hey, you
difference
could
is,
say,
like,
in
we know
all
each other.
strenuous circumstances, if you ever witness me in a life or death situation and you have the ability to do it without any penalty to you, do it. You can give someone
Except for if you
consent
see me
in
in a
advance.
fast food joint. If you see me in a fast food joint, I'm probably trying to run a scam. Let me pretend choke, right? But like, it's definitely if it's a Cheesecake Factory. If I'm in a Cheesecake Factory, I'm trying to run a scam. Let me fake choke, right? Actually, you know what? Break some ribs. We'll split the money. I'll sue you. We'll split the money 50-50. You'll get it. You'll get it back, buddy. You'll get the money back, right? We'll sue the Cheesecake Factory, right? Because they didn't have somebody to, keep me from choking to death. We'll make some money over this.
All right.
Please don't
Let's
do
move
this.
on to giving a damn when it's not your turn to give a damn. A friend of mine pays about $40,000 a year for his daughter to go to college. So when Christmas came around, he purchased gifts for his son, who's about 3 years old, but he didn't purchase any gifts for his daughter because, again, he's spending $40,000 a year for her to go to school. The daughter was upset by this.
Rightfully so. We'll continue.
I'm sorry. You get 40,000, your little brother
get
gets
40. I will-
100, and
Sir,
you should be upset.
I'm not getting
Go ahead,
40,000.
Shake. Please,
You know who's
please,
getting
please let me
40,000?
understand why
college-
she should be upset
Whatever
by this.
whatever college I'm going to gets a 40 grand. I don't get a single thing. Or you should clearly have that explained on the front end. Because I'm like, hold up, let me take a loan out for part of this.
I'm sorry,
You know
give me
what I mean?
one
So I can get
second.
these gifts.
To downvote Shake, please press exclamation D3 into the chat.
You're wild
Thank you.
disrespectful.
Hey,
Wild
hey,
disrespectful.
while you at it, go ahead, exclamation mark D2, because I'm right here with Shake 2. The fuck you mean? Hey, no one told
Thank
you 18 years ago to not wear a rubber. No one told you when she
never.
decided to go into engineering, which is going to eventually pay your way through your being sent to the old folks home, because I promise you, you're on a one-way ticket if you don't get this girl a gift. You guys have to understand, it is a struggle. We're talking about we're talking about your daughter, the princess. Now, if this was the guy, I'd be like, yeah, go fuck yourself,
Let him
Timmy.
struggle.
You understand the process. But this is your baby
African
girl,
parenting.
your second queen in command, Princess Leia. Are you kidding me? Even Darth Vader spared his own daughter. And here you are, mad that she's doing everything she has to do. And God bless it, just so happens you're helping her through one of the most financially struggling. Everybody raise your goddamn hand if you have student loan debt. As someone who owns $250,000 of it because no one could help me, I promise you, I would have given up every damn Christmas gift I ever owned for that assistance. But we're talking about your responsibility as a parent. Your job is to help your child through all passes and adversities of life. And for you to punish them for doing what you're supposed to be doing sounds ridiculous.
Okay. What the hell? So you are telling me that giving someone $40,000 a year.
You're not giving me 40,000.
Really?
You're not
Really?
giving me.
Who-
You're not
who
giving
am I
me.
giving it
No,
to?
you're not.
I'm not.
The university, whatever university she's going to.
So I guess he didn't give the toys to his son either. He gave that to Toys R Us.
No,
and they don't even
gave
exist anymore.
The result is the toys. She still has to earn the education.
He's
Right? It's not the same.
okay.
It's
So
not the
give
same.
me $40,000. I want to go to school.
I
My
wouldn't get-
bad. Go pay.
Yeah. I didn't
What
sleep
the
with your
hell is
mom to
wrong
make you,
with
bro.
y'all?
I didn't make you. I didn't sleep with you, bro.
You're
I didn't sleep with your mom to
being-
make
you're
you.
being-
Does someone give you
Icon,
40,000
you're
and
being-
you're entitled to
Icon, you're
more?
showing a bias here.
Who?
Icon, you're showing
yeah,
a bias
so,
here, being spiteful.
so you're telling me right now, you already plan when you have a kid that they're each getting 200,000.
If they go to HBCU, I'm paying for their school, no problem. If they go to PWI, they on their own. Solid as dust. Solid as dust.
Hey, yo.
So
If
when
you go to
so,
HBCU, I
so
will
when
pay
you're working
100% of your-
overtime and you busting your ass working 70, 80 hours a week to put your daughter through school, she should say, "Oh, but you didn't do something else for me?"
No.
What-
It's not something else. No. It's not something else. We're talking about a national holiday where
A national holiday?
Okay. Yeah,
Something?
let's-
You couldn't
let me-
do something?
let me take
You
this
couldn't
back. Yeah,
anything. Anything.
You
You
couldn't
couldn't
have
even get her.
40,000.
No, you
Oh,
didn't.
no, you didn't.
You're bugging, bro.
Okay,
You're bugging.
wait.
Let's
Hold
just
on,
go back to
My
the
parents
reason
paid
why.
for my high school.
Hold on.
My parents
Hold on.
paid 30 grand a year. Hold on.
Let me ask one question. Let me ask one question. Can we agree on this? If I give you money for something, I have given you money. Can we agree on that?
Correct. But you didn't give
Yes.
in this situation. You did not give her. He did not give her
So
money.
right now, Shake, if you call me and say, "Hey, left my wallet at home. Can you cash at me?" Since it's going to a cab, I didn't give you the money. I gave it to the cab because that's what you're saying. You're saying he didn't give her the money. He gave it to a school.
But I don't have to earn
for
the
her
cab.
benefit.
I just have to call the cab. I don't have to earn the cab. That's different thing. So like even when my parents paid for my private school for high school, right? 30 grand a year for high school. And I still got gifts. It's two different things. Your education is
Yes.
not a gift. You're saying this is a gift to you. I didn't. Then if it was a gift, then give me the. And I should have had the option to
It's
take out
not his
student loans.
obligation. You are not
Okay, if
obligated
it's
to
not
pay for college.
no,
If you have kids and your kids go to college, yes, you are. Yeah,
What law is that? Show me that law.
it's not. Oh, now
It's
we're
a-
talking
it's
about.
a-
See,
it's a moral contract. See that? Oh, see,
You
this is
are-
a whole conversation.
And I have to
No.
address, I have to
This-
address something because I know Icon is a moral soul. So if you're saying anything about Christmas gifts, you gave your 3-year-old son that Christmas gift, and the idea of giving someone a gift in Christmas is understanding that that child feels loved and appreciated, that a perfect stranger did something so nice to him, aka Santa Claus, while understanding you are Santa. But you want to teach your child that giving is more important than receiving. The sole thing he's teaching his 3-year-old, he forgot to ingest himself. Therefore, he feels this aggression. He is teaching a lesson that he wants his child to emulate, and he's not being the great teacher he should be. He's wrong because he's actually committing the sin, and the cycle will only repeat itself.
If he can't afford to pay for her to go to college, is he committing a sin?
No.
If he can't afford it, that's another thing. He can't afford it. Just say that then.
So in your
Say that,
world,
you
he should have worked 90 hours a week instead of 80, so then he could get her a Christmas gift.
You stepped up to the plate. You got two choices: swing or sit down.
Don't complain, bro. Like, and this is different between like African and Caribbean people. We have a very good, like, you and I are in the same like culturally because we come from the same thing. Like, as a child, it's your job to work your ass off in school so that you can get as many scholarships, so that your parents don't have to help you cover the rest if they can cover it. If they can't, then you cover it. That's the culture we come from, which is very indicative. What you spoke of is very indicative for Black Americans. It's just like you're on your own, nigga. Right? The 18 Black Americans become on their own. And that's the difference between us and y'all. And I straight say it like that.
Okay.
Africans and Caribbean people, and I say it like that. We don't understand it.
Because one, Shake, you know me. And you know I've had this talk with my son many a times. Matter of fact, just had it with him 2 weeks ago.
Which is crazy for you to even
decide to go to school, I will pay for it. I don't care where you want to go. If I can afford to pay for it, I'll pay for it. If I can't afford it all, I'll help. That is a decision I'm making. I'm not obligated to do that. I want my son to do well, so I will do it. Am I about to go get a second mortgage on my home to put my son through college? No, get a job. I'm not obligated to do that.
No. All we're saying is he assumed a position of wanting to take on this task. If him doing this task meant that he wasn't going to perform other duties, that should have been set up front. But since it wasn't, you're the father. And once again, you decided to do that because to Shake's point, we do yield on this same thing. As my father left my household at the age of when I turned 18, and he turned to me and said, "There cannot be two men in one domicile. I'm leaving the rest to you." He understood from that day forward, if he ever made a request of me, I could only assist him after I've taken care of the family. So his understanding of what it means to be a leader, he's already handed that off. So whatever decisions I make, I don't expect to hear back talk from anyone in my family because that was given to me. For the past 10, 15 years, I've had to manage my family with my own dollar, whether it was when I was in the NFL, when I was $230,000 in student loan debt, or right now when I'm making money and doing well for myself. All three facets, I never once asked for his opinion because he had given up that responsibility. I still had to make sure my brothers and sisters had Tim's and everything they needed for their college experience because that was the responsibility I took on. So all I'm seeing here is a father figure who only wants to be a father part-time, and that's okay. They're called deadbeats for a reason.
Wow. He's paying $40,000 a year for her to go to college and he's a deadbeat?
If he was willing to put his daughter out into the ethernet because of this situation, deadbeat. Don't get mad at someone else.
It's not like he couldn't. He's using the fact that he said, "I paid for your college, so that's your gift," right?
That's your gift.
If he couldn't even get the 3-year-old's gift, I could understand that, right? He's saying, "Look, right now, right, we're putting all our eggs in our financial basket in our oldest daughter getting an education," right? Understood. The 3-year-old's life is still unfolding, right? It still has plenty of prospects. You still have plenty of time to help bring some money in. Hopefully the older sister, when she makes some money, can help out later on, right? But that's not the case. In this story, he clearly is saying, he's basically saying, hey, you could either have chosen this year of me paying your college for $40 in gifts. You think she's in college. You don't think a bottle of alcohol wouldn't be a good gift? You don't think what?
You know, it's a better
gas?
gift. You know, it's a better gift than all that. Education, which she's getting, a college education, because he's busting his ass to make sure she gets it. So let me ask, what would have been better if he would have bought her Christmas gifts and not paid for her college education? Would that have been better?
You're holding both ransom. That's what's crazy.
No one's holding anything ransom. I just can't believe that as much as you guys value education, you would say, oh, he's a deadbeat because he didn't buy her a Christmas gift that he's not obligated to get. He's a deadbeat if he can't.
He's a deadbeat for dangling it over her head.
He didn't dangle it over her head.
He is in the situation. He is, but I agree to disagree. You're not gonna see it. You don't see it, so it's cool. Like
you don't see it, Icon.
Hold on. If I choose to pay my mortgage instead of buying something for my son, I'm a deadbeat now.
No,
that's not the scenario.
We're saying if you made your son choose which one was more important because you didn't live up to an XYZ standard, you're a deadbeat for that. Take responsibility for the fact that you've decided to be her father figure and pay for something, and that you don't have enough money to pay for the things she wants versus the things she needs. Just say that.
But as a parent, what do you buy? What's more important, what she wants or what she needs?
You get her what you need, and then you explain to her that, hey, I don't have everything you want, but I can definitely get you what you need. And I promise you this conversation goes way different.
Right, it does. But that doesn't seem like that was your argument. I'm like,
my argument is that he didn't have enough money to do two things. He should have said he doesn't have enough money to do two things. Instead,
if you're working 80 hours a week, it's obvious you don't have enough money to do both things. But yeah, we got to move on.
He's pitting her.
Wow, I can't believe we disagreed on that one. But moving on. My apologies. Baby boxing. Okay. Where are we at this? A mother and father thought that their child might be getting abused at a daycare. So they decided to place a very small camera in the baby's clothes. So when they took the baby to daycare the next time, well, the following week rather, they saw a lot of abuses to not only their child, but to the other children. My issue with this is, as a parent, if I feel my child is getting abused, am I sending my child in as a undercover sting operation, or am I calling the police first and letting them have their undercover sting operation?
It might be the level of, who knows what the level of what the first abuse was, right? And who knows what the age of kids. Because if the kid is like a toddler, they could just have weird, like come home with some bruises here and there. You just think weird of it. And you say, okay. And the kid, and you ask your child, like you ask your toddler, how'd you get these? And it's giving a vague toddler, like a vague semi-rehearsed answer. I can understand being like, let's just see what my kid is doing, right? And now, because you don't want to actually believe until you can see clear cut evidence, right, that your child is being abused at a daycare, because that's the ultimate violation of your trust. Is you're giving somebody your progeny, your lineage, right, to take care of, and now you realize you're paying for somebody who's not taking care of your child and actively abusing your child. So I get why you don't want to wait. And if you tell the police have to do an investigation. So now there's other kids who will be abused in the meantime, potentially. So I get, I'm with that parent.
See,
Like,
it's
surprisingly, I'm with that parent for doing that. Most of the time, I'm not for police state and like cameras all over the kid, but I'm with that proactive parenting. Protect your
Uh,
your
Hero,
kid.
you look like you got something.
I got something here because all I'm hearing is baby fight club, and it sounds like your baby wasn't winning very many fights. So maybe you need to teach him how
Yo.
to slip
How to
and
box.
punt and how to duck and dodge, and maybe the bob and the weave. The peekaboo method is more than just a fun game. It's the prime form of Mike Tyson, and we used it to a great effect in his way to becoming a heavyweight champion. Yeah, your kid doesn't have a left, and I'm not talking about dribbling. You need to work on your jab, kid. That's what it sounds like. But in all seriousness, when it comes to protecting someone's child, and as a person who worked on children and had to work
Hey yo.
in the hospital, and I got around kids, I innately understood how primal people get when their kids are involved. Like when a needle comes out and you got to poke their kid, everyone in the room goes into alert mode, and it's just primal. So I don't know if I would have had the level of restraint to not just go there and pressure someone's face until they told me the truth. So I could only imagine what it would feel like. But the instincts have to be that you have to trust that a kid is a kid, an adult will be an adult. So to Shake's point, you have to kind of like get some proof, because if you call the police to this situation, now everyone's level is instantly elevated. And as the person who brought out the needle, I understand why, because I brought out a needle. So if you could get hard evidence, you don't even have to worry about the needle. You can go for the knockout blow. And if you
Mm-hmm.
come back and the evidence isn't there, no one even saw the needle. No harm is done.
Okay,
Now, when you run
so
up there crushing skulls, right? You have hard evidence of why you beat the hell out of the
Hard
daycare
evidence.
lady, and be like, "What
Yeah.
you gonna do? Call the police on me? What
Yeah.
you
okay,
gonna do? I'll release this video. I will release this, and every day you until you close this daycare, I'm gonna come into this and I'm gonna beat your ass. Every single day that
BJ.
this daycare is open, I'm gonna beat your ass. We're gonna have Fight Club in your daycare, just like you was doing to my babies and all the rest of these babies. We're gonna have Fight Club every day until this
My
daycare
baby
closes.
has a jab. My baby has a
Well,
left
like,
jab.
okay, so they had several hours of audio recorded, and they caught two of the employees saying things like, I'm going to go and I'm going to beat both of y'all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm about to throw some bitch swings at some of y'all right now. Get up and move. Sit down. Sit your ass down. This is how they were talking to the children.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
how I talk
some
to my kids. This is what happens with Pookie and them. This is what happens when Pookie and them run your shit. When you go to your daycare and your daycare is just a house with a bootleg crackhead Mickey Mouse painted in the window, that's what you gonna get.
exactly.
So yeah,
That's when you said it. I was like, oh, you're literally paying for what you get. This is
you pay for what you
probably,
get.
it's probably like probably $150 for the week. There's probably like 15 babies in there. It's in somebody's home. Like, the sad reality is, I'm not saying it's right. We're not saying
Hmm.
it's right. And like, Hero is doing the joke thing about it, but in the same aspect, it's the sad reality. If you're paying for what you get, that daycare is one of the most expensive, is one of the highest expenses for a family especially at
Mhm.
the early stages, and it's rough when you're poor. And this is
Yeah,
literally
Well,
all they can afford. Someone who, for their entertainment, is having your kids in the boxing ring.
I
one
carry
thing.
kids around like shopping carts. Like I pick them up by their chest and just hold them like this. Yeah.
Okay, so this was a corporate franchise. I do not want to say the
Oh,
name for obvious reasons. The two employees have been fired and they are under police investigation for threatening to harm children.
you hate to hear
Yeah.
it's a corporate franchise. It's got to be a corporate
Yeah,
franchise in a low income neighborhood, or those people
very,
are
very much
terrible.
so.
Because like
San
you hear that a lot in
Antonio.
like depending on what part of San Antonio, that could be fun.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot. You hear stories about that happening a lot in low income neighborhoods of like low income. If that happens of daycare that's run has one person and like it's like 15 babies, 15 children, right? And like stuff just
This,
runs wild.
and once
I
again,
was
this is
surprised
why
to
it's
hear that
so
was.
important.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was surprised to hear that one, it was a national franchise, but I wouldn't be surprised
Mhm.
that even if it was, if you look at where the location was and the socioeconomic of the standard of the families that are using that, they're probably low income. I would, but it'd be a safe bet to put that they're low income as opposed to it happen to be high income, right? Because if it was,
No, for
especially if it
sure.
was high income families, oh, they're putting those people underneath the jail. They're building a
No,
new
if it
jail.
no, I mean, the
It
thing
wouldn't
about
happen
it
with
is,
high
if we
income
just think,
families.
if we think about this realistically speaking, I am the caretaker, the second guardian caretaker to my nephew and niece. I can pull up right now on my iPhone their daycare on camera, and this is a middle class establishment. The fact that they don't have any form of their own personal security account, and I can literally on their break time, they can come to the camera and say, hit Uncle Hero's name, and it'll call me and it'll send me a ping, and I'll go and talk to their ass on FaceTime. And I always tell them, I'm not interested in your fucking artwork. Keep your macaroni bullshit for your mom and dad. I'm a real artist. I collect real shit.
This
Come back
guy.
to me when you get better, kid. You
Yet
gotta
you didn't
demand
want
the
to do the
best from
topic
them
where
early.
you didn't want to do the topic where we were drop kicking fifth graders, but you do say things like this.
Well, because that's actual violence towards children. That's actual violence towards children,
Oh my
right? I
God.
can say I don't want your macaroni art because think of all the art that your
Want your
son gave
damn
you. Do
macaroni
you
art.
have
You
it
know how much
all?
food you're wasting?
Hey, look, man, you're
Where's
going to
all?
stop
Where's all your
personalizing me on
son's
this
art?
podcast. You're going to stop doing that today.
I'm just asking. That's also therapy called me a bully.
All right, let's move on to Do We Care? Bun Banging Edition. Nikki
What?
Haley, candidate for President of the United States, apparently gets her buns banged a lot, has a lot of extramarital affairs. Do we care?
No, not at
Oh
all.
yeah,
I don't care.
absolutely.
Let me take this first.
Okay,
This is why I
go.
don't care, right? Because since Bill Clinton, I did not care for my presidents and my politicians being more moral compass, right? My presidents and my politicians can commit war crimes. They can do a lot of terrible things, but their sex lives, I don't care about, right? She's even conservative, right? But she doesn't run on what happens between a man and a woman. She runs on everything against the gays is bad. What she does against her husband or maybe with her husband, right? For all you know, they have an open relationship, right? It just appears to be extramarital because she's married, right? But they're not divorced, so let it happen. If she wants to get bus open on the campaign trail, little Indian, I like it. I like Indian food.
So, according to
Uh,
these articles, she is having extramarital affairs with married men.
Oh,
I,
it proves my point.
mhm.
It's not fornication.
Oh, damn.
The fornication is sex outside of marriage. So she's married, they're married. It's not outside of marriage. Boom. Period. Point blank. Technicality. I will argue this. I
And
can take
before
this to
y'all
court.
downvote him, that is an actual argument that some religious people have used to have
Dead
extramarital
serious.
affairs.
Dead serious.
religion is a hell of a drug. Aren't we all
It's
believing that?
great, baby. Like it will
The
justify
thing
anything you do in life.
yeah, slavery, no problem. The hardest worker under the sun bullshit. Hey, look, let's sit. Let me tell you why I like this story so much. Because the more you look into Nikki Haley, the more interesting she becomes as a person. When you ask Nikki Haley, was the Civil War fought over? Well, it was fought over, and she can't answer the question because it has to do with slavery, and she can't say that. It becomes very difficult. When you ask somebody why Nikki Haley wears so much sunscreen during the wintertime, hear me out. You should wear it during the wintertime. Those sun rays do still do their job, even if it's cold. But she wears it just because she never really wants you to understand she's Indian. She's not. She just has the complexion of a white woman, but she's actually truly in disguise. But one of the more fascinating things I love about Nikki Haley is she loved that penis so much that she was getting from this accused husband from another relationship that she made her husband change his name to that. Yes, that's right. In college, Nikki Haley was getting dicked down by another person by a certain name. He transferred and left school, and Nikki Haley told her now husband, who was her boyfriend in college, to change his name. And you want to know the name of the person? That person was Michael. That's her husband's name today. And she said, "You look like a Michael." Before then, his name was Richard, but now he's
He
a
was a
Michael
dick.
because exactly.
That's
So
crazy. I'll give you the win for this. That's
Yeah,
a
I
Super
gotta
Bowl
go
for
ahead
having
and
that.
yeah, let me go
That
ahead
so
and
for having
when you
that,
hear
there you
Nikki,
go.
so when you hear
that's a
Nikki
Super
Haley, I
Bowl.
want you
That's a W.
to end to just to put a bow on this. When you think of Nikki Haley and the Republican Party, I don't want you to think of this hypocrisy, this bullshit, or if you care or not. I just want you to think that when you get tired of being fucked by someone named Dick, you can always change the game up and name that person Michael, and no one will ever care.
Okay, but
Yo, what? The man dropped some knowledge that she got her boyfriend or to change his name to the man who was giving her better pipe. Right? She might love Michael, well, Richard.
Richard,
Now Michael, Richard,
formerly known
but
as
she still
formerly
preferred
known as.
the man formerly known as Richard. She still preferred the pipe of Michael to the point where she tells him, "You got to change your name,
Got to
sir."
change your name.
Kudos, GG, GG, GG.
well, let me ask you this. Will Trump voters take advantage of this? Will they say she's not fit
Who
because of
gives a
her
shit?
affairs, although he
Who
is
gives
fit
a
with
shit?
his affairs?
Who gives a shit? That blew my mind. That she changed her husband's name to the man who was piping her down so much better than him. Next topic. Sorry. Like, who
All
cares
right,
about her
next topic.
campaign thing? Right?
Battle of
Like,
the sexes.
what?
Okay, I think Hero won the internet tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Bikini Bottom. So Tanya and I were watching YouTube clips and we ran across a girlfriend and boyfriend. And the girlfriend was mad that her boyfriend was liking Instagram pictures of women in bikinis. He said, "I don't care that you asked me not to do this because you photograph yourself in bikinis and you post them on Instagram from random dudes to like." The disagreement here between me and Tanya was she felt it was okay for the girlfriend to post bikini pictures because she's posting for herself, although random dudes are liking them. And it is not okay for the boyfriend to like bikini pictures of other women.
Hypocrisy's a motherfucker, isn't it? But that hypocrisy pill is a big ass fucking pill to
I
swallow.
got one question. If you post, if I got one question for people, I post this for myself. Nah, I would pay you $300 to go get a life-size cutout of that picture and hang it up in your own bedroom, but you don't.
No.
You want to know
Post a
why?
picture of you reading. If you're posting it for yourself, post a picture with you with a book, right? And see how much and we can actually test your endorphin levels, right? We
Yes.
can test you, we can put you to an EKG machine and you're gonna post yourself with a book and see how many likes you get as opposed to yourself with a bikini, right?
Yeah.
So
You
they
truly did it
crazy.
for yourself, you would literally show nobody. You would validate it, you would like it, and you would let it become photo 1142 in your library of black cloud storage. Like this whole notion that we don't do things, we're biological social creatures on purpose. Everything we do it for the existence of furthering life, whether it's through acknowledgement or just to make an offspring. But I'm gonna take this even a step further. The fact that you are so concerned with the lusting eyes of your man, but you are concerned about the side effects of your behavior on other men, tells me you don't have a
Preach.
valid reason for your aggression. Your aggression comes from the fact that your man can gain gratification and happiness from someone else. And that's what bothers you. Let's call a spade because if you want me to stop scrolling, hey, let them draws roll and I promise you'll have my full attention. But your objective isn't to please me. Your objective is to make sure no one else can please me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because that sign says of jealousy. That's a level of crazy and psychopathy that makes you on the pretty to ugly to annoying scale just right. So
Not really good
you
at that.
just got to get over this whole issue of that. And ultimately, they both don't have self-respect for one another or themselves. And once they are able to internalize that and resolve that, hopefully they can move past this. But in other words, this is the ultimate red flag. It's time to split.
My question is to the women of the chat, right? Did y'all collectively just decide to feed yourself the same bullshit lie y'all try and feed us? Right? Because this is along the lines of y'all have pushed Lizzo, saying Lizzo is great, right? Lizzo is so sexy. The moment someone says you look like Lizzo, y'all take it as an insult, right? You can't have it both ways. Why do y'all believe you can have it both ways? It don't make
Look,
sense. No man has ever said, you know what, I want to look like Chris Farley, right? And then also said, I don't want like Chris Farley is handsome and I want to look like Chris Farley. Not the thing. It doesn't work that way. I don't understand it.
the thing,
Not
the
you
thing that
specifically.
the thing I'll give people is one. I think the people subconsciously resort to saying people you look like someone famous in hope of flattery, but like ultimately, no one wants to ever be compared to anybody, and that is what she's experiencing. She's experiencing her husband or her man subconsciously comparing her body to other people and giving the other people the double tap, the satisfaction, because she doesn't hear it enough. The greatest tool I have used that my father told me, and I didn't believe him when he said it, is the one thing your wife will forget the moment you say it is how beautiful she is. So you have to keep reminding her. And the moment you say you tell a girl how beautiful she is, you're gonna have to keep telling her. But trust and believe, if she ever feels or sees you lusting over someone else, she thinks the likes that she's supposed to be getting are going to someone else. And she can't have that. She can't have that.
Here's the thing: the moment you stop telling your girl she's beautiful, is the moment people like me start telling your girl how beautiful she is, whether we mean it or
2P
not.
shake. 2P shake.
All
Side,
right.
Like,
side dish shake.
you know what I
Side
mean?
dish shake. I like that.
I like that. That was good. So that was
All right. We are moving
exclamation
on
V2.
to our last topic of the evening. In a post apocalyptic dystopian world, if you could choose one megastore to be trapped inside of so you're safe, what store would it be?
Costco. I think it's the obvious choice. Costco. It's easy barricade. There's usually only like one or two major entrances, right? You clearly have storage. There's clearly weapons, batteries, camping stuff. Even if you somehow overrun, you can get to the top of the racks in Costco pretty easy. You can climb to the top of the racks on Costco, right? There's plenty of vantage points. It's open. It's an open floor plan, so you can see people in and out of your place, right? I think if you gotta choose a big box store, and they got gas. A lot of these Costco's now. You gotta choose Costco, and Costco's better than BJ's and the rest of them.
Oh my
I'm
God.
kind of I'm kind of disappointed, Shake. I thought you would think big here, but you went wrong. There's a reason why the those zombie apocalypse games don't take place in a fucking Costco. It's the Mall of America. It is a big box store. It's the greatest big box store on the planet. It's a mall.
then
How
you have
would you
to
secure
run
it?
from each individual mall. I get what you're saying, but I don't want to be trapped in the mall. I think I want everything easy in one spot that I can get to. Like it's the practicality of the
That
mall.
would
Like
drive you insane. That would drive you insane.
what?
Well,
Costco?
well, Costco is big enough that you don't have to see the whole store every day. But I don't understand how you would secure a mall.
Oh, you saying I gotta secure it too?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're trapped in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said
Well, the
I
point,
was
I'm
under the
sorry, the
impression that.
point is to trap yourself in that store in order to
Oh,
be
okay,
safe.
okay. I was about to say you would get bored and shit. Oh yeah, okay. If you're talking about controlling for that and that, um, Costco's is great and all, but I don't have a Costco card, so I'm going to Super Walmart. Let's stop pretending like Super Walmart don't hold all the nice things. Those 12 gauge and sawn-off shotguns in the back closet are perfect. They also got an automotive
True.
department, so
Walmart
you
does
can
sell
repair
guns.
those. Yeah,
Walmart does
you
sell
can
guns. I
repair
Yeah,
your
did think about that.
vehicles.
My
but do they
Walmart
sell
doesn't sell. New
ammo?
Jersey Walmart. Yes,
Yeah, it
Because in
does.
some states you can't sell both.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
state.
I'm in a red
In my
state. I'm
state,
in a
they
red
don't.
state, so
Well, no, you're in a blue
shit.
state. That's red with guns, though.
It's all around me. We know how this thing works. So I'm definitely going to Walmart because one, all their food is definitely going to last the apocalypse because all that shit is
True.
artificial and fake as hell.
True.
Secondly, uh, uh, I mean, they have little stores within them, so they got the Subway, and there's nothing better than a $5 foot long just to
Whoa.
hold you down and hold you tight. Hey, hold what you
Pause.
want.
Hey, yo,
Hold
the
what you
pause
want.
of the night. Last
Hey,
topic. A
I'm calling it a
$5
spade
foot
a
log to
spade.
hold you
They
down and
got
keep you
great
tight.
games. They have an entertainment center. They definitely gonna have a PS5 and an Xbox on layaway for somebody that never came to pick it up. So you got all the entertainment you need. And I think the fundamental part is they have a place for you to repair and work on your vehicle so that you could prepare to leave and venture out and come back. They got a great setup there.
So I think the difference between Costco and Walmart, right, is you trade quality food, right?
Oh my God.
Like, yes, Walmart, that food is going to last you forever because it's all non-perishable. Even the quote unquote perishable produce is going to last 6 years, right, at Walmart. So like you'll be backed up, insides will be destroyed, but you'll live, right? Walmart does have guns, and I don't know if Costco sells guns, right? Costco does also has a gas station at it. So you not only will you be able to fill up gas, you can also work on your car at Costco. So I think Walmart, Super Walmart, and Costco is kind of the best clubs. If you can get to a Cabela's, if you have a Costco next to a Cabela's, if your homie can lock down a Cabela's and you lock down the Costco,
Walmart next to a Sam's Club.
you're in
You
good
in
shape.
the
That's
wa-
what you need to
you're
lock
in the
down. The
winner.
Super Walmart next
Yeah.
to the Sam's Club, and you're good because you got a grocery store, guns, gas. I don't know what more do you
You're ready.
need.
You can restart civilization at that point.
Exactly.
Okay,
Baby's
so
food.
let's do
Diapers.
this. What would be the worst
Wait, pause.
store?
Therapy. You talking about organic, healthy food in the end of apocalypse? See, people like you need to die immediately. You talking about like no offense. Like, you talking about organic, healthy food
Hold on.
at the end of the
Let me
earth.
help you out real quick. There we go.
I'm sorry, you ain't about to talk about my woman like that.
I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry.
Shake is definitely leaving therapy behind. Like, sorry, you're not getting into Costco. Sorry, you talking about organic food? Nah, you're not coming in. Like,
Oh no! You can't crazy. You got crazy health issues. You got crazy food allergies. We don't need that here. B.
I have to have gluten-free food.
You know it's not gluten. Grass outside don't have gluten. You can go out there. We need the strong. We need the strong to rebuild. Like, I'm sorry, we can't. You allergic to strawberries? We need that. We don't need that here. Like,
You're lactose intolerant? Step outside for me.
well, then that's so you can't have too many black people. You got a race mix. You got a race mix.
Hey, I'm pure blood. I be drinking milk straight out the fucking cow. I'm fine.
Oh, see, I can't drink milk. See, I can't drink milk. See, I'm not black. I can't drink milk.
Yeah.
All right. Shake, you were doing so well. It was just neck and neck until Hero hit us with the.
Nah, he had that in his back pocket.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's
When
something
he
in his
hit us
back
with the
pocket because I
formerly
saw the
known
score.
ass.
Yeah, I saw the score right before he dropped that. I was only down by 2 points, and then he drops. She got her man to change his name, which is again crazy.
Right? It's the craziest flex I've ever seen. Crazy.
Like, you
You
know
know,
what?
do you know?
Nikki Haley.
And you want to know something? And you want to know something? When you hear the recording of him, people ask him this. It's true you changed your name for your wife? Hey, I love the woman. She's the greatest woman I've ever met. Very present. But then there's a quick second where you can hear his inner soul screaming for help. And yeah, I used to be known as Dick, but I'm a better Michael today.
And I used
it
to
comes
have a dick. I don't
She
have one
pegs him.
anymore.
balls.
She pegs him. She pegs him.
So, Hero, with your win, please address your audience.
I'd like to also take a second to bring something to your attention. Right now, in the state of Texas, we have a situation where a bunch of Haitian migrants are crossing the border alongside our Hispanic brothers and sisters, and they're coming into America. And the Supreme Court had to have an immediate injunction in the last 4 days where the Supreme Court, for the first time in their conservative collective gathering, went against the conservative front mindset. And everyone was sitting there asking who were the two conservatives that moved their votes from conservative to liberal. I don't know who the second person is, but it was Amy Coney Barrett. And everybody was mystified how this woman who could take away women's rights was so prepared to let people who don't look like her cross the border. And then you take a look at her 8 children or 6 children and realize 2 of those children are of Haitian descent. And I'm just here to let people know that nobody really cares about political theater until it has something to do with them. And Amy Coney Barrett has 6 kids, so she has no reason to ever have to worry about abortion rights again. But you want to know something she is worried about? Her kids never coming to visit her in the old folks' home because she didn't allow people that look like her kids to come to this country. No one should ever put politics over love. Amy Coney Barrett is proof of that.
Kudos to her. Surprising.
Yeah. Shake, please address your audience.
Yeah, I had something and then he dropped that again, and I got nothing to say. Like, I was very surprised that it was her. Very much
You
surprised.
sound so
I got
hurt.
nothing.
It's shocking.
I got silent. I got nothing to say. Like,
It's
For the
shocking.
first
it,
time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a speechless Shake. I have something to
don't get
say,
used to it.
and that
Oh God.
is thank you guys for being here. We do appreciate it. Hero, Shake, thank you guys. Without you,
Oh,
there's
God.
no show. Again, we do this every Tuesday at 8:15 Eastern. So nothing to say. That's new. Yep, even the chat knows, and that's the first time chatter. Man. But
Out of control.
Wow, disrespectful. The
I
level of
am looking
disrespect that
forward
this chat
to
gives
Shake's
me.
revenge because next week he will be at home with the new mic that he's showing off right now and the prop mic, and y'all know how prop mic Shake is.
Again,
Yeah.
if y'all want to have better visual, you can see me better. I can send you my address.
I don't think anybody wants that.
No.
They've
that's
been
all good.
asking for that. They've been asking for that. Everybody's been asking for it, so that you can see me better. You can get more of these takes here. You can send me a
Oh,
camera. If not,
And
read them a
take
week,
me
baby.
off. Take us off the air and let this
yeah,
man go.
that was the Shake. That was the, whoa. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again. We'll see you next week.